Meet Selena. Selena is a young woman who is working. She gets paid very well, and she is living with a boyfriend of 7 years. This boyfriend doesn't work. The boyfriend expects Selena to financially carry them. The boyfriend is even demanding of Selena to do things for him. And Selena does all these things, all in the name of love. The worst part is that very same boyfriend doesn't even respect Selena. He is cheating on Selena. He goes out every weekend, doesn't want to spend time with Selena. And yet at the end of the day, he expects Selena to take care of him financially. He uses Selena's car. He uses Selena's money to lure other women and cheat on Selena. It's been 7 years. Selena always had a hope or a dream that she's gonna get married, have kids. But Selena is making a choice every day to stay with this guy, even if she's being financially abused. Selena is making a choice to compromise her dream so that she can still have a relationship with this guy. I don't know, is it love or is just simply self-abuse? My second friend, Sophie. Sophie is a middle-class woman. She has a great job. Sophie is the queen of Instagram. Sophie is always posting pictures of her being at the latest restaurant, wearing the latest trend. But there's one thing you don't know about Sophie. To look like she's got it all. But every day Sophie goes home, Sophie is depressed. Sophie is sad. Sophie is anxious. Because Sophie is in a deep, deep, deep debt. All of the life that you see on Sophie's Instagram, it's a debt. But she keeps going to the shop, doing all this impulse shopping so that she can look cool and be accepted. Sophie has a choice, but Sophie chooses to financially abuse herself so that she can look cool, so that she can be the talk of town and people envy Sophie every single day. But Sophie is in deep trouble. Soon, Sophie's stuff are gonna get repossessed. But she still chose to make the choice of going into more and more and more debt. Is Sophie loving herself? Or is Sophie really and truly abusing herself to look cool? Sarah is a good human being. Obviously not perfect, but a very good human being. People love Sarah. But there's a secret that Sarah is keeping that no one knows about her. Sarah is a lesbian. But Sarah is living a lie. She doesn't want people to know her truth. She doesn't want to live in her truth. So what does Sarah do? Sarah makes sure that she dates all these men so that nobody can ever suspect that Sarah is lesbian. Sarah, every single night after sleeping with all these men, goes into depression pit because that's not who she is. That's not who she wants to be. But Sarah is scared of society. See, Sarah's father is a pastor. How dare Sarah tells her family that she's lesbian? How dare Sarah tells the community that she's lesbian? I mean, she will be disrespecting her father's legacy, right? So what does Sarah do? Sarah chooses to keep up with the society and be who society expects her to be. Is Sarah making a choice to love herself, to live in her truth, or to abuse herself? These are the choices that we have to make every day. And who do we choose at the end? That's not all. Meet my fourth friend, Susie. Susie is married with kids, has been married for over 15 years. But the truth about Susie is that Susie is married to an abuser. She knew about his abusive tendencies since they were dating. But Susie chose to marry him in a hope that he's going to change once they marry. It's been 15 years. It's getting worse. The abuse is getting worse. The kids are even witnessing the abuse. And we wonder, when they grow up, they have childhood trauma. So Susie is one of those women who believes that one day their husbands are going to change. One day their husbands are going to say, I'm sorry. It's 15 years, Susie. Do you still have that hope? And the sad thing about Susie is that Susie is an engineer by profession. They met in university, and when they got married, Susie's husband told her to stop working and be a housewife, because he has his own insecurities that he is projecting on Susie. And he thinks that if Susie goes to work, Susie will have, her own independence. And how dare he control that independent woman? So Susie, for the past 10 years, has been staying at home and raising kids. She's miserable. She does not know what the word joy means anymore in her life. Susie has lost herself. Susie has become a housewife, something that she never chose to be, but did it out of love. Susie doesn't have friends because Mr. Insecure here thinks that Susie's friends are going to influence her. So Susie kindly abides to her husband's rules, to say, you stay at home, you don't work, you raise kids. Do you think Susie is happy every single day? But these are the choices that Susie has made and keeps on making. Remember what I said in the beginning, every single day we are required to make a choice. This is what Susie chooses every single day she wakes up, to stay in that abusive relationship, to stay with the abuser, to allow her kids to witness the abuse so that they can have childhood trauma. Susie's one is not even about herself anymore. The abuse is even going into the kids, because when kids sees husband and wife fight, it affects them. But Susie still makes the choice to stay there. Meet Sarafina. Sarafina is married to the guy that all these women in the world wants to be married to. She's married to a very wealthy man, not rich but wealthy. Sarafina has all the things that she needs in life. But Sarafina is unhappy. Sarafina doesn't even love her own husband. She's staying because it financially benefits her. And you know that feeling of being with somebody that you don't love, guys? I don't even have to explain, you know it. It's torture. So here's Sarafina. She chooses to stay with a man that can afford her and be miserable, because for her, we live in a world that you have to be seen. You have to wear the latest trend, you have to drive the latest car, you have to live in the biggest house. But all of that without peace means nothing. And Sarafina doesn't have that peace. Sarafina has lost her identity in her marriage. Sarafina is being told what to wear, what to do, what to say on a social setting. What kind of friends can she have? What places to go and not to go? Do you think that's life? At the end of the day, Serafina is driving the latest cars, but misery is driving her at night. But Serafina has a choice. She's choosing to stay so she can live the life that she dreamed of, even if it comes with her not having peace. It's a choice that she makes. She's choosing money over herself. She's choosing to live in luxury instead of living in peace. And that's her choice, right? But you see, the thing with not having peace is that it starts eating you up each day and each day, to a point where you go into a state of depression where nothing else matters. And the very same peace that you said it won't pay for your bills and all of that is the only thing that you will pray for when you are at the lowest of your lowest. But Serafina doesn't know that yet, I guess. Serafina is still in that relationship, being told what to do and what not to do. Serafina has lost herself. She doesn't know who she has become. And every day she goes to bed, she keeps saying to the little girl inside of her, I miss you. I miss you. And she cries herself to sleep. Because, oh well, Serafina's husband is 20% at home and 80% away on a business trip. So Serafina does not only lack peace, she's also lonely. But she chooses to stay. And then my other friend is Sandra. Sandra is married. She is married to a sexaholic, if there's a word, I think there is, I don't know. Sandra is married to a man who is addicted to sex. Sandra's man demands sex each and every day. Unless he has a period, then that's the time that you rest. Imagine. Sandra is one of those women who don't even, they love their sex like their normal sex, like normal people. And then this guy expects Sandra to give her sex each and every day. And if Sandra doesn't give him sex, he then turns around and says, oh, it's because you are cheating on me, you got somebody who's giving you sex. Remember, he thinks everybody is like him, they want sex every day, but that's not the truth, right? And Sandra keeps saying that sex has become a chore in her household. She doesn't like it, she doesn't want it. She gets disgusted because, honestly and truthfully, sex every day can get boring. So what does Sandra do? Sandra obliges so that her house can be peaceful. She feels guilt. She thinks, like, you know how these narcissists are. They will gaslight you so bad that you will give them whatever they want. And that is Sandra's situation. Even days where Sandra says, fuck off, I am not going to give this man sex, he still has sex with her without her consent, claiming that the day I married you, I own you, I own your parcel. And that has been happening for years. And Sandra still chooses to stay. And there's my friend Sally. Sally is married to a womanizer. Sally knew about this womanizer thing. But again, Sally thought he would change, right? The moment they get married, they have kids, he's gonna be like so happy and say, oh, I'm living my dream, let me stop behaving the way I've been behaving towards my wife. Sally, you got it wrong. The worst part about Sally's husband, guys, is that he's got kids all over. Some kids were born before Sally and some were born during Sally's marriage. And that's not it. Sally's selfish husband, he expects that Sally must take care and love his outside kids, and that every school holiday, those outside kids, especially the ones that were born during the marriage, come to visit for school holidays. Imagine. Let me tell you something about Sally. Every school holiday, Sally is sick, got the meanest migraines because her BP is so high of stress, of having to take care of the kids that she feels should not have been born, and she's expected to love them like nothing happened, guys. But Sally still chooses to stay. School holidays are a dread for her, but she's staying in the name of love. She's choosing to make her husband happy and make herself miserable. If that's not self-abuse, I don't know what it is. But like I said, I want you to find yourself in these women. Those were my pseudo friends. I just thought, let me tell you their story. Sometimes it's easy to see yourself through someone. Find yourself in these women. There are elements of them in you. For me, all I want for us to do is to start being aware that we also can abuse ourselves. I'm gonna stop here for this part, and for part 2, if I was in her shoe, I would do this and this. And thank you for watching. My name is Truly, and this is Journey to Becoming, a place where we share, learn, heal, and grow, just like we just shared the stories of our pseudo friends. Go and see part 2, and remember, some of these friends are ourselves. Thanks for watching, and as always, never stop becoming. I love you. Bye.